in the middle of the desert. That's so cool. It's so crazy.
Will arrive at your destination.
Oh, this is another one of the signs. The last resort. This is famous. Because people used to ski here.
What?
Yeah.
How do they ski? Oh, water ski.
Yeah, that's why there was a marina for boats. This is Ski Inn, so this is the famous only place that what's-his-face has been.
There are cars.
You've arrived.
This is cooler
Wait,
than
so
I thought.
people do still live here?
Yeah. So these are all abandoned.
Oh, there's actually people over there.
Should we go down that way?
Yeah. So should I look at the map?
Yeah. It's hot, but it's not like too hot.
Unbearable.
Some of these actually look like people live in them.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that one has a car.
Like those are things that we just cannot trespass.
No.
Oh, look at this one.
What? Oh, is
no.
this where they're gonna build the hotel?
Is it? Or is it an artwork? This is Avenue D.
Oh my god, Maryland.
Okay, that's not the
Look
opera
at,
house.
look at. Do you see it?
What?
The waving statue.
Wacko's Ranch.
Wacko is the best way to describe this place.
It is.
On one of the interviews, some guy told the reporter his name was Wacko. Oh, the drive-in! Here it is.
Oh my gosh!
This will definitely have to take some pictures.
Oh yeah, this is a stop we gotta make.
Wow.
Stand right in the middle. I think you'll be really cool.
Love Museum number 2, it says.
I think we can peek in. Wanna peek in?
Yeah, I do. That bitch Carol Baskin. Do you see it?
Yeah. This was made after.
Oh my god, look at that shell.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
It's huge.
I wish someone could pop out of that thing. Venus!
Oh my god, look at how.
Is it Venus?
Oh yeah, it is a Venus flytrap. Look at their deck. Go home, your adventure can wait. Rude.
Wait, there's a huge...
This
You think
is
that's the hotel?
Oh my gosh, maybe.
Because that has like all these construction thingy majiggies. Oh my gosh, that is cool.
It's
That
so
is
random.
so cool. That needs to be shot.
For sure.
That's on the list.
Are you climbing it? Oh my
It's
god.
gonna be really hot.
Yeah, I know. We'll wait till sundown. Shit. No, we're gonna make this work. No radio. Okay. Because I think it's important to share, like, how we plan shoot. So Mira and I, say hello.
Hi.
We made it!
This is Bombay Beach.
Bombay Beach, baby. I'll share the history of it later, but right now we are planning out how we're going to survive in the heat and get the best sunshot photos. My hair is too much. I need to redo my makeup.
Are we
But
redoing this
This
then?
is how we go. Okay, going. First, we're starting out. We're gonna save the beach for sunset.
Yes. So we're gonna go around all the art installations in the back and figure out which ones we want to shoot first. and we'll get that covered.
Yes.
And then we'll slowly come back to the beach, take a break, and wait for the sunset, which should be past 7, right?
Yeah, and
or
it won't
around
be so
7.
hot then.
Yeah. Then we'll be able to walk this whole vast beach and get to that water. But
And we're gonna take the drones out.
I didn't know if you wanted me to react to that.
We're gonna take the drone. It is too hot to not have AC.
But you're gonna do the drone at the beach though, right? Not
Both.
over there.
I think it'd be cool to do it over there too.
I think it would be cool to do it at that drive-in.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more open and there's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
So if you're like, if it goes up and you're surrounded by the cars, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Otherwise, it's just a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of Hills Have Eyes themed. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you won't get that. Mummy things. That's like Hills Have Eyes.
Oh.
Okay, so there's only 3 other cars here right now. There's lots of props. So we're gonna go shoot. All right. Look at that whole little family. What's up, adventurers? Isn't it crazy that an energy source used to be whale blubber? That was how they made energy. Was whale blubber. It used to be really important.
What?
And now it's just oil. This is like an adventure I'll remember forever.
Me too. And at the same time, like, we're gonna have to back here.
Yeah. Looks really sketch.
I know.
And now we're gonna go do the smoke bomb.
At the beach.
Yeah. Cute.
I got.
I'm mooning someone.
Oh.
Oh, I could wear this. Or I could wear a scarf in my hair. Maybe.
Oh, what are we doing now? Because now that you're wearing a neutral color, pretty much you can do any color you want.
They're in the Rolex box. This one.
How long do they last too? Do you know?
No. Probably like 7 seconds. Don't you think? Maybe 20.
I'm hoping they last a little longer.
All the photos that I looked at for them were like baby reveal or like, I was like, where are the artsy ones?
I just seen some of them, people were actually holding them. And they were like walking with it.
Yeah, you can hold it. That's what I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
So you don't have to really like set it up anywhere. You can actually hold it and just swing it around.
Yeah. We look at some
But
Insta
just
photos. real
don't
quick.
swing it too much in front of your face. I think if you're gonna swing it, you need to swing it like this.
Okay. To another dimension. And that's a wrap. Woo-hoo-hoo. Goodbye. Salton Sea. Salton Sea, Bombay Beach. On the road again. Okay, so I'm going to go over the history of the Salton Sea really quickly, just the important key points, and then you can read more in depth on my blog, and I'll put the blog post link down below. So the Salton Sea was created in 1905. It's actually man-made. The Colorado River busted through poorly built irrigation controls and proceeded to flood the plain that was meant to grow crops on for 2 years. So this accidental lake became California's largest lake with over 70 miles of shoreline. But its deepest point is only 51 feet, so it's not a very deep lake, but it has a lot of shoreline. So then real estate developers seized the opportunity to turn this desert wasteland into the Salton Riviera. And then celebrities like Frank Sinatra, the Beach Boys, the Marx Brothers, and Desi Arnaz started flocking to the lake, as well as the Los Angeles weekenders, as they say. And people started getting second homes there to store their boats, and people would go to ski and boat race and fish. So it became this like really big hotspot in the 50s and 60s. And then in the 70s, it kind of became a nightmare and started flooding, and a lot of people just abandoned their homes, and that is why a lot of the buildings are abandoned. Crazy. So there's 3 main big contributors to this whole movement and project in trying to save Bombay Beach. So there's Tao Ruspoli, who's an Italian prince and filmmaker. He's also Olivia Wilde's ex, and he is kind of like the main guy. He spends a lot of time there. Then there's Stefan Ashkenazi, who is a hotel developer, and then there's Lily White, who is a Johnson & Johnson heiress. So with the 3 of them, they put a lot of their free time into trying to revamp this abandoned city, which I think is so cool, and I love when people do stuff like that. But something that's really interesting now is they have a festival type thing there every year called the Bombay Beach Biennale, which is Italian for every 2 years, but they have been having it every year since 2016, except this year because coronavirus. So yes, I'm just going to read you what it is. So Bombay Beach is abandoned, and it has recently attracted a creative community of artists. The Bombay Beach Biennale is held annually to raise money and awareness to support the area. According to its website, it's a renegade celebration of art, music, and philosophy that takes place over a weekend in early March each year. They turn the whole town into a surreal and immersive art project for 3 days with renowned artists and emerging artists, locals, and visitors. They've hosted opera singers, ballerinas, and artists who've created photo galleries and sculpture gardens. But what's cool is that after the festival, they leave their art installations here permanently for others to enjoy. Super, super cool. And now I'm going to share with you all the must-see spots. So when you first go in, there's the Last Resort, which is, it looks like a vintage sign, but it's really from the Bombay Beach Biennale group, so it's made to look vintage, but it's really cool. I took photos in front of there. And then there's the Ski Inn. It's actually the lowest elevation bar in the Western Hemisphere, so that's pretty cool. Go check that out. And it's also been featured in a lot of movies and stuff too. Super interesting. And our hero forever, Anthony Bourdain, he actually did an episode where he went to the Ski Inn, so super, super cool. And then there's the Burning Man airplane. This airplane was featured at Burning Man in 2018, but now its permanent home is in Bombay Beach. And then there's the Bombay Beach Drive-In. So they actually play movies here year-round for the community, so that's really cool because it gives back, but it's also art. I love that. So they found the cars. They wanted it to be like a post-apocalyptic vibe, so Ashkenazi, one of the founders, scavenged the wrecks from an Imperial Valley junkyard, hand-selecting the cars to match the apocalyptic vibe. So it's just the shells of cars, but super cool. I've never seen anything like that. And then over in the water, you have the swing and mailbox. The swing was really cool. I didn't go out there, but art. And then there's the door to another dimension, or at least that's what I call it, but it was just a door in the middle of nowhere. And then there's the Bombay Beach Opera House, where they've actually had lots of performances, and it's just cool because artists come in and they work on these projects, and yeah, I love it. I love when artists get paid to create and do what they're so good at, and they have a message through their work. So yeah. And some other places to go near the Salton Sea are East Jesus, Salvation Mountain, Palm Springs, and Joshua Tree, all within an hour and a half-ish tops of each other. Or you could just go to the border to Mexico. Probably right now, not right now, but once the world goes back to normal. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to go over some fun facts about Bombay Beach that I found really interesting. So the population is less than 200. It's the lowest community in the U.S., located 223 feet below sea level. The Salton Sea is only about an hour away from Palm Springs and 1.5 hours from Mexico. The best time to visit the Salton Sea is September to April. This part of Southern California gets extremely hot between May and August. It was 105 degrees when we went, which was way too hot, so I would recommend going. The Salton Sea is almost twice as big as Lake Tahoe. Crazy. It's crazy, I've never heard of it. The Salton Sea accident is what later led to the construction of the Hoover Dam in 1929 to better control the Colorado River. In 1929, 2,000 excited spectators witnessed 5 world speedboat records. The high salinity in the lake made boats more buoyant. In 2010, 295 people still lived in Bombay Beach, and 40% of them lived alone. Talk about isolation. The nearest gas station is 20 miles away, so this is why most residents ride golf carts or walk around the town rather than drive cars. And also, make sure you get gas before you go in because you do not want to get stranded. Also, another important thing to note is do not drive in the sand because there were lots of signs. I guess it's a really common thing to get your car stuck there and you could be stuck for days, so don't risk it. One last thing, make sure you wear closed-toed shoes if you're going to check out the abandoned lots because there are a lot of sharp objects. Also, if it seems sketchy, get out of there, and if you're a girl, don't go alone. It's just the world we live in, and I don't want you doing anything that's not safe. So always go with a friend if you're a girl, and yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have fun, and I'm also going to put a link where you can donate down below to the cause because things like this are really important and saving the ecosystems. So yeah, that's it. Love you. See you next week. Bye.